Hello, my peeps, and welcome to another Power Packed Phillips podcast. Yeah, buddy. Before we get started, we do have a little quick video to watch. So I'll set up the video and then I will play it. We are going to see a minor league hockey team called the Condors. And if you're not familiar with a condor is a very large bird. So at the beginning of a hockey game, they're going to bring out a live condor and do a little stunt with it. Let's see what happens during their little skit.
Inside Bravo Bank Arena, the Condors in the regulars meeting for the 7th time on the season. We're laughing, but we shouldn't be laughing. We shouldn't be. The Condor is out running around in center ice. I love it. I love it. This is Condors town. The bird's going over to the Condors. Birdman was bringing the bird out to put him at the perch. Look at the Condors players are getting away from him. Look at him. Oh, there he goes up on the bench. I love it. Oh my god. This is the greatest. Oh my gosh. The bird's going down. He's down the tunnel. The bird's done. He's down the tunnel. He's going to the locker. And that didn't exactly go as planned, but it's all good.
I guess it's a good thing the team wasn't named the Bears, because if they would have brought out a real life bear, that stunt could have gone bad pretty quick. Alright, peeps, we said in our previous podcasts we could solve a system of linear equations by graphing, we could solve it by substitution, we could solve it by elimination. We're going to continue working with elimination today. Alrighty, let's get busy. Your notes today are lesson 7.4 part 2. We are still working on elimination. So here we go. please write down the system. Remember, a system is two or more linear equations. Please write 2x minus 9y equals 1. Please write down 7x minus 12y equals 23. We need to find a common denominator or common multiple between 2 and 7. So if I count by 2's, I get to 14. If I count by 7, I get to 14. Or we need to find a common denominator between 9 and 12. If I count by 9's, I get to 36. If I count by 12, I get to 36. So we have a choice. We can change the x's to a positive 14x and a negative 14x, or your other choice is you can change the y's so that one is positive 36y and the other is negative 36y. Which do we change? That is a good question. No, don't act like that. You can change either one, your choice. Both will work. What you need to remember is change either the x's or change the y's. Do not change both the x and y's. Sorry, I got an important phone call. The Blackhawks are on. Bye. By the way, Blackhawks are winning 2-0, so I got time to finish this podcast.
No!
Yes, and just because you're a
loser
and you don't follow hockey, it's not my point, not my fault.
Oh yeah!
So here we go. I'm choosing to change the x's to a positive 14x and a negative 14x. So I want to change one of my x's to positive 14x. I want to change one of my x's to negative 14x so we can eliminate them. I'll be back. If I can get the 2x to change to 14x, and if I can get the 7x to be negative 14x, the x's will cancel. They will terminate. So I'm going to take my system, I'm going to split it into two separate equations. Remember, I want to change this 2x to be 14x or positive 14x. So ask yourself, 2x times what number equals a positive 14x? If I multiply it by, bada bing, bada boom, a positive 7, 2 times a positive 7 does give me positive 14x. So I will multiply every term in this equation by 7. I'll multiply all the terms by 7. Let's get rid of this. 2x times 7 gives me positive 14x. Negative 9y times 7 gives me negative 63y. 1 times 7 gives me positive 7. So I have a positive 14x. I want a negative 14x now. So ask yourself, 7x times what number is going to give you negative 14x? If I times by a negative 2, 7 times negative 2 gives me negative 14. So I'm going to multiply every term in this equation by negative 2. Multiply that by negative 2, multiply that by negative 2, multiply that by negative 2. 7 times negative 2 gives me a negative 14. My dog, ruff, ruff, follows me everywhere I go. Negative 12 times negative 2 gives me positive 24. My dog Y follows me everywhere I go. 23 times negative 2 gives me a negative 46. Now I'm going to stack the equations on top of each other. Stack the equations on top of each other. What will we do next? Good question. We will combine like terms. Combine like terms. A positive 14x and a negative 14x. Bow, bow, bow. Another one bites dust. They terminate. They are gone. Negative 63y and positive 24y gives me a negative 39y. Positive 7 and negative 46 gives me negative 39. So now I have negative 39y equals negative 39. Divide both sides of my equation by negative 39. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. These will cancel. A negative 39 divided by a negative 39 gives me positive 1. So y equals positive 1. Halfway home, almost done. Pick either equation and put 1 in for y. I choose to put 1 in for y in this equation, but you can put it in that equation. Both will work. 2x minus 9 times positive 1. Take out the y, put in a positive 1 for it. Where should I do this? There we go. Take out the y, put in a positive 1 for it. Negative 9 times positive 1 gives me negative 9. Copy the rest of your problem. Hearts and stars, they get you far in Mr. Phillips' crazy classroom, but nowhere in the real world. I'm going to do the opposite of subtracting 9 or negative 9. I'll add 9 on both sides. I get 2x equals 10, blah, blah, blah. We've done this a million times. Divide both sides by 2. Bada bing, bada boom. We should get x equals 5. Nice. Now, write your answers as an ordered pair. X equals 5, y equaled 1, or positive 1. There's your solution. Thanks for watching. I'll be back.